of my books, unless they happen to be a reader. Now, if you asked people in this town who Aria Heart is, they will tell you she's the rich girl who grew up here with a silver spoon in her mouth, the one who moved away because she thought she was too good for this place. No one knows that silver spoon I was fed with growing up was bitter as hell, as it was shoved down my throat. And the beautiful house with the pretty white picket fence I once lived behind was just an illusion. My parents were, and still are, dysfunctional. My mother, a habitual cheater, and my father, a functioning alcoholic. Now I'm a 26-year-old divorcee who's moved back to the place I grew up because, as sad as it might be, this is the only place I've ever considered home. Even with the strained relationship I have with my parents and absolutely zero friends here, I couldn't think of a town besides this one that I wanted to live in after my marriage ended. Lucky for me, I don't have to depend on my parents for support, financial or otherwise. Unlucky for me, they will only be a short distance away, which means I'll have to deal with them even when I don't want to. I lean back in my chair and pick up my bag from the floor. I need to get out of here. Now that the house is officially mine, I want to go there and really look around without someone watching my every move. Maybe I'll even stop at Target, pick up one of those inflatable mattresses and some necessities, and sleep there tonight instead of in the hotel room I've been in for the last week. Something my parents have not been happy about. At first, they pretended to be understanding about my need for space, but over the last couple of days, their displeasure has been vocalized through daily phone calls. They have always had a certain image to uphold, and with their only child being in town and not staying with them, they are feeling the heat, and I'm sure dodging questions from their so-called friends. But for once in my life, I don't care, and surprisingly, I feel no guilt. For the last 26 years of my life, I've done what was expected of me. Before I left home, I did everything in my power to keep up the image of the perfect girl. And after I left, I still do the things I was supposed to. I went to college, got a job, and married a man I knew my parents would approve of. None of that ever made me happy. So when I signed my divorce papers, I made a promise to myself to start living life on my own terms. I will no longer accept things just because I should, and I will never again put someone else's happiness before my own. This is my life, and I'm choosing to live it exactly how I want. On that thought, I stand and glance between the two women in the room. Thank you both. If you need anything, you can call my cell. I look down at Sarah. I'd really appreciate your construction contact. Can you email it to me? Of course. Thanks. I heft my purse up onto my shoulder, leave the office, and head for my car. After that, I go to the hotel and check out, then to Target before heading to my new home. Chapter 2. Aria. Sitting on the burnt orange shag carpeted floor in what will one day be my office, I settle my laptop on my lap, then click on my current work in progress. I've always written paranormal YA, but a story has been talking to me for a while, and I've decided to finally try to write it. A romantic comedy about two people who find love when their nosy mothers start forcing them into funny situations together. Just as I start to get swept away in the story, and my fingers start flying across the keyboard, I hear an odd sound coming from the kitchen and living room area. I stop typing and turn my head to the open door. I can't see anything from my position, but the sound seems to be growing louder. I've only been in the house one night and part of today, so I haven't had a chance to memorize all the noises it makes. When I get up and go to the kitchen, I look around, not seeing anything, then move around the half wall into the living room and gasp. There is water gushing down from the ceiling. Not a little, but a lot. And the white sheetrock is melting away, landing on the blue shag carpet. It's making it